14 people are feared dead after a matatu veered off the road this morning in Nandi. The 9 a.m. incident is said to have occurred after the matatu veered off the road, plunging about half a kilometer down a steep hill. A mother and her 2 children are said to be among the survivors, whose number is yet to be established. The area OCPD is also set to issue a statement anytime now with better details into the number of survivors and which hospitals they have been taken to. Elsewhere on the roads, the women representative of Migori County, Danita Gatti, has been rushed to the Narok District Hospital after the car she was traveling in spun out of control after one of its tires burst. Gatti is reported to be in critical condition. But going back to that incident in Nandi Hills, our reporter Mercy Kandia now joins us with better details of that incident. Mercy, when I last spoke to you, the details were far and scanty. Do we have a better indication of just how many fatalities we had from that accident and how many survivors there were?
Yes, thank you very much, Edith. We are currently at the Nandi Hills District Hospital in Nandi County. We have spoken to the area OCPD Patrick Masharia, who says that the accident happened at about 10 a.m. in the morning in Chepsangor area. And as he clearly put it, the car, the public service vehicle, which is a Nissan matatu, veered off the road and lost control, plunging into a steep hill about 500 meters deep. Although it is, however, there's conflicting reports from the police department and from the county government and the Kenya Red Cross. According to the area OCPD, that is Mr. Patrick Masharia, he says that he was involved in the rescuing of about 10 people and 3 survivors. However, we have spoken to the Kenya Red Cross, who say 15 people have been confirmed dead. We also spoke to some of the members of the county assembly who rushed to the area of the scene to help in the in the rescuing efforts, and they said they carried 15 bodies to the Nandi Hills district mortuary. So yes, there's conflicting reports, and also we've spoken to members of the county government. The deputy governor was here, Dominic Diwat, who also says there are 15 people dead, and they're complaining. They're saying that the police, the traffic department in Nandi County has been on the lax, that they're alleging the car had excess passengers. We had an opportunity to speak to one of the...
Mercy, before we go into the details of that, let's just go back to those figures again. In such a situation, the official figure is coming from the police officers. What are they saying? I just missed that figure.
Yes, we've spoken to the area OCPD. He says it's 10 people who have been confirmed dead and 3 survivors.
All right. Mercy, going back to the survivors, you told me earlier that you had spoken to one of the survivors. Did they give you any more insight as to how the accident might have occurred, what happened moments before that car veered off the road?
Yes, it is. In fact, it's members of the same family, husband, wife, and 3 of their children, who we have seen them at the hospital in critical condition. But one of the man who survived the accident tells us that there was a smell coming off from the car, and then the driver lost control, and they were trying to tell the driver to try and hold the steering wheel, but the unfortunate happened. The car veered off the road. Edith?
You are saying that the police are on the spot right now because they are being accused of allowing cars which are unroadworthy on the roads. Could you please give us more details into this?
Yes. In fact, after we had that report and inquired from the OCPD if that is indeed what is happening on the ground, and he also he did not exactly deny the allegations, but he also said that it's also a caution to the members of the public that they should also take control of whatever situation they find themselves in. He's also throwing the ball to the members of the public that if they want to board a vehicle and they see that it's not in good shape, then they should complain and get out of the car. If they're seeing the conductor and the driver allowing more passengers in the car, then they should complain, do something about it to avoid, such circumstances. It is.
All right, Mercy Kandia, before I let you go, final question. As we wait for a definitive answer on the number of survivors, have you been able to speak to any of the doctors to find out what sort of injuries they incurred?
Yes, we have, in fact, as we speak, the accident, they've just been brought to this hospital, so the doctors are still, we are trying to get reach to one of the doctors, but they were busy, with the patient. But as soon as we get that information, we'll give it to our audience, so they should keep it KTN for more information. Edith?
Thank you very much, Mercy Kandia. She is at the Nandi District Hospital, where survivors of an accident which has claimed what is now emerging as a conflicting number of people occurred. The police officials say 10 people died in the accident. The Red Cross seems to be giving a higher figure of 16, and members of the county assembly said they carried and counted at least 15 bodies from that accident, which we do know for a fact from the conversation that Mercy Kandie has had with one of the survivors, is that moments before the accident, there was what he described as a funny smell coming from the car before it veered off the road, plunging into a steep hill about 500 meters down. We'll get in touch with Mercy Kandie later on, maybe in our subsequent bulletins, for better details.